Well, if you think after-school detention is severe, listen to these stories. An Oklahoma high school is reportedly cracking down on students for tardiness and skipping class by threatening fines and possibly jail time. A state law allows students to be slapped with a $250 fine. Boy, they've got a lot of money in that school. For missing classes repeatedly without an excused absence. They could even be put behind bars for 15 days. And in North Carolina, the parents of a 10-year-old boy are outraged, claiming their child was punished for being too polite by calling his fifth-grade teacher ma'am. They say their son was forced to write the word more than 100 times on a piece of paper and have them sign it. You guys, obviously, this is a little crazy. I contend that teacher in that last story perhaps didn't know even what ma'am meant, because the issue is usually that you're not respectful in class. For her to be upset about that, and when confronted by the mom, she couldn't explain why it upset her. So that becomes an issue. But isn't this also about who's parenting, and you've got school districts and teachers thinking that they can really do whatever they want because they think that there are no parents around?
I don't know. I mean, you would hope that there are parents around. And in this case, the parent saw that all the kid had done was say ma'am. So what was interesting to me was there must be administrators in the school who agreed with the teacher. But then when the school system was asked about it, all they said was, this is a personnel issue, and we will deal with it. So I'm thinking they think the teacher didn't act wisely.
Now look, Brian, $250 in this other case for kids who don't show. It's like 4 absences within 4 weeks. $250 fine. I don't know what kid has that or what parents have that floating around. Or 15 days in jail. Isn't that going to the other extreme versus Parkland, where you weren't allowed to do anything about any misbehavior?
Right. I mean, this goes in the face of everything trending away. Let's inflate the grades. Let's make everything easier. Let's all get along, try not to punish. I think, you know what I walk away with? Oklahoma, they tend to be tougher and harder on everything. They're also, to me, that school has some issues, and it shows a school faculty that cares.
Yeah.
A lot of times you instill discipline because you care. It's taken the exact opposite way. They don't want your money, they want your attention, and they got your attention.
And maybe, Dana, did it get the parents' attention? Because you know it would be the parents who'd pay that fine.
Right,
not
so
the kid.
but 4 unexcused absences in a 4-week period, like basically you're robbing the taxpayers at that point. Like the taxpayers are paying for you to have the opportunity to go to school. You were lucky enough to be born in America, or you're here in America and having a chance to go to school.
Sure.
If the taxpayers are willing to pay for you to be there, then you better show up. And if you don't, you're going to pay for it.
And then you're
and
a
if you
burden.
can't be here, then you won't. Then you don't need to be here at all. We
Right.
don't need to pay for you to be here.
And then you end up being a burden.
I'm not for the jail thing, though. I think
the
15
jail
days in
thing,
jail is
I
too
mean,
much.
that becomes another issue. What is the deal with 15 days in jail?
Greg, you've done hard time. Is it that bad?
Wouldn't this make you want to drop out more than stay when you've got this dynamic overshadowing you of thinking you might get put in jail?
I think the fear of being put in jail is why I was on the straight and narrow all my life. In fact, I think watching Dragnet and Adam 12, all
about
those,
Scared
and
Straight?
FBI when I was a kid, I thought that I was inevitably going to be in prison because there were so many cop shows. I think we grouped these two topics incorrectly. The one about the discipline is really, really smart, I think, and powerful and works.
You don't
The
think
other
it's too much?
Oh, I think it's not enough. And the other one about ma'am is obviously insane. Ma'am is the product of misplaced punishment, that we've run out of ways to make moral judgments. So now we're just creating punishment supplements. We're punishing people for just the littlest things because we can't make moral decisions.
I still say ma'am and sir.
Yes.
Well, you know, but sometimes
That's
people think,
heteronormative.
if you say ma'am to some people, they think you're being like sort of, you're first of all, you're thinking they're older to call them ma'am.
I am.
No, not you, Dana.
Well, the mom, the good news is the mom intervened in that, right? That the mom was not happy. She saw the paper, and they delivered the note with the signatures the teacher required, but then with the definition of ma'am, making it clear that it was something that was laudatory.
By the way, Tim, I don't think you have a choice. I think if you decide to leave school because you don't want to pay the fine, then you're in violation of law that says you got to be in school if you're under 16.
All righty, well, we're going to find out what happened.